And we'll just wait for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn that fan off. Just you. Just me. We can smoke. That ain't too much wind on you, is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. How's Siberian places? How y'all doing? Capybara. Siberian capybara. Y'all know the drill. Come on in, get your seat, and hang on for a little bit. We'll be talking about things here in a few minutes. Hey, Gidget. How you doing? I know what you mean. That's one of the benefits of being retired is I don't have to worry about anybody drug testing me anymore. There's my darling. Oh, I hate to hear that, Gidget. They say my bit rate's higher than what it's supposed to be. Man, I got a death wheel going on. Wait for a few more. Keep it going here. Excuse me.
I'll share some with you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Are you making too much money, or is it because of the political bullcrap that's going on? Or I hate to hear that, man. That insurance is outrageous. Good stuff. It's all good. I'm good right now. Okay. I'm not getting too far though. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in on stuff and everything like that. I'm gonna start off with a heavy hand a little bit, guys. It's about what's going on in North Carolina. Don't know if y'all heard anything. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. About what's going on in North Carolina, guys, and you know the numbers coming out of there and what's really going on. We're not getting actual numbers. I've been more or less keeping track of one or two people, several people that's been there, that lives there and everything. And some of y'all know I got family that's in that area also. But they're not telling us the truth about how many people are missing or presumed dead. And they're not telling us the truth about the devastation that's that's been going on there, and it's horrific, guys. And the numbers they are putting out right now from the government and everybody else, all those that's official, you know how that is. They're saying around 300, 400 people are dead, but that's completely not even close. I've heard several reports. And it's not just one, but several that add up to everything that's going on. Got this, guys. They have reefer trucks. Y'all know what those are. Is trucks, tractor trailers that keep things cold. They got several of those. I don't know how many the total, but the last count is about 10 of those parked, stacked full of bodies. Not just laid down one in a row, but they're stacked up to the ceiling. They have commandeered several schools and churches and other places to put bodies in. One guy that lives there, guys, I put out an estimate the other day, last week, it was around 10,000. This guy that was talking yesterday and everything, I'm way low. Let's put it that way. I'm way low on the number.
There's the link.
They're right there. Anna just put up the link about the guy's link right there. Eustace Conway. It's anywhere between 20 and 30,000 people are dead in North Carolina and Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida from Helene. Between 30 and 40,000 people, guys. And our government is putting out the numbers of 300-400. And it's devastating, guys. It's devastating. The river has changed course. There's roads that's completely gone. I mean, I've never imagined anything like this unless there was a total war going on. And the funny thing is, of course, whether they telling you or not, FEMA has set up camps there. The total that I've heard already is 3 separate camps, 3 FEMA camps. The odd thing is, guys, they're saying they're setting these up for their workers, which aren't there. Okay, so this is kind of odd that they're setting up these big, massive camps around Asheville, Blowing Rock, Boone, and other places, guys, and there's no FEMA workers. But there's plenty of private security and other organizations that's in and out of there. Last week I told y'all about it, maybe I didn't, or I don't remember, but the lithium and mines there. The lithium is one of the biggest places in the world to get lithium out of. And also there's a crystal there that they use for artificial intelligence. Hey, Mr. Mission Control. Knocked you out to sleep. I know them moon rocks are devastating. But anyway, guys, Vanguard, BlackRock, Tesla, SpaceX, and who knows who else is involved in this. All right, there's no doubt about it, no thing about it. The crystal that they have there, the type of crystal, is some of the best in the world for making AI chips. And of course, all this goes on, everything. And just after that, Elon Musk has come out and said that basically, just like the guy, what's up, Max? The guy in iRobot said he wants to put a robot in everybody's house. Elon Musk is estimating next year, 2025, there will be 7,000 robots produced to be put in the homes, in your homes. 7,000, guys. So we need to start critically looking at who, what, and everything else is behind what's going on in North Carolina. It is a land grab, guys. Already lawyers is coming out and talking, trying to help people keep their land from the government. North Carolina has already started talking about eminent domain and taking people's land. Lawyers are coming out trying to help people to protect their rights on their land that has been condemned by the government, saying they can no longer live there. So it's point blank, guys, what's going on, what's happening, and everything like that. And so that's really bad. And one of the things that's really bad about it, guys, is it can happen to each and every one of us, any one of us, in some kind of similar circumstances for one thing or another. Devastation, catastrophic things could happen. Government can come in and say, you can no longer live here. Even if you own that land, your parents or your grandparents own that land, it's been hereditary for 1,000 years, 500 years, whatever, guys. The government can come in at any time and declare eminent domain and take that away from you. They're saying that the storm that happened to come up there and happened in North Carolina is not 1 in 1,000 year, not 1 in 100 year, not 1 in 1,000 year event. But guys, this is 1 in a 5,000 year, 1 out of 5,000 year event. The last time something like this happened, guys, is that they're estimating was around 5,000 years ago. And approximately 4,285 years ago, I don't know why I came up with this number, but they say that's official in the when you go look up it. But a little over 4,000 years ago was the flood of Noah. So we kind of put these things together and kind of realized exactly what is going on. Another thing that ties into this, and I'm going to run around this, guys. I'm all over the place tonight, so I hope y'all keep up because I didn't take notes. Anna's got me on trying to keep me on track here, but I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, what happens here is, and I'm going to tie this into a biblical event, believe it or not, besides Noah's flood. But we have this what do you call it? A comet called Atlas, and it's got a Tekapapuha, a name, whatever that goes with it, guys, and some numbers and other letters and everything like that. But they call it Atlas. All right, y'all heard about it, seeing even the sky towards the west and everything like that. And the thing is, guys, you know, that this happened a little over 2,000 years ago. Same asteroid, same comet. Even though they told you it hasn't ever come through here except maybe a few 100,000 years ago or 20,000 years ago, they're not telling the truth. You got to remember, guys, that this asteroid can be seen in certain parts of the world in the morning sun in the east. In the evening, you can see it in the western sky. Us in the northern hemisphere can see it in the western sky as the sun sets. Y'all heard about it and everything like that. But there's only one other time anything like this has ever happened before that is in recorded history, and that was a little over 2,000 years ago. And it concerns the birth of Jesus. Y'all can do your record search and everything, but around 2026 to 2031 years ago is when the person Jesus was born. And the eastern star showed in the sky as these guys was hunting for the home where Jesus was born. You know, the three wise men. They followed the eastern sky, the star in the eastern sky. They're in the... Anyway, y'all put it together. Guys, right there is telling us that this star, this asteroid, this meteor, comet, was around the time when Jesus was born. It's a once in a lifetime thing that happened. So a lot of things are tying together, guys. A lot of things are tying together that has happened actually in biblical times before, and we're seeing evidence of it again. Exactly, Mr. Mission Control. So, guys, we do see a lot of evidence that these biblical events that recorded in biblical history is reoccurring right in front of our very eyes. And there's no doubt about it, guys. You can see it for yourself. Hi, Grace. Hi, Donna. Everybody. So, we're seeing this evidence, guys. Whether you believe the story of the Bible or not, but we're seeing some historical things go on that has happened once before. You trying to kill me?
No.
So that's going on, guys. That's kind of what's going on there. So everything about this whole thing about North Carolina, this Atlas thing, is all been a portent, if you will. What'd you call it earlier?
It's a harbinger.
Harbinger, yes, a harbinger of things to come. I hope you're paying attention. Now then, what else was it?
Okay, let me go to my docs.
Anna's keeping. Okay, guys, I want to change the story just a little bit since we are talking about stuff about the Bible. Mr. Mission Control, you know about this. You know about John Milton and Paradise Lost. Did y'all know that the Paradise Lost is a book that's written shortly after the introduction of the King James Version Bible, around 8 years afterwards? Okay? So, I'm not going to read into it. I did a little synopsis, read it myself, a little thing. I didn't read the whole thing, just the synopsis and everything. But Satan was cast out of heaven. He was cast down with 1/3 or a third of the angels And approximately what this guy was talking about, there was 66 angels, not including Satan. 1/3 of them, 22, was sent to earth as punishment, or to their destiny, or whatever you call it. They didn't call it earth, though. They called it Tartaria. If y'all have not read it and everything like this, but Satan was exiled from heaven and sent to Tartaria. Where do you think Tartaria is, guys? We've heard the story about this ancient, technologically advanced society on Earth that was wiped out. It had free energy, right? Called the Tartarians. Satan was sent to Earth. Tartaria was here. Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call him, was planted here on Earth. This is where he lives. This is where he reigns free and holds dominion over this realm. I got packed. So it tells us, guys, this is taken from the old Bible and all the transcripts and everything, that this guy wrote this book and everything that said that Satan was sent down to Tartarian, and lived here for now. So we really have no doubt about why our world is as psychotic as it is. It was made to be that way. And then there's no doubt about it that we was manipulated into being quite insane along with it. That's right, you have been, Scat Pack, you've been studying it. And right now, guys, we're experiencing the same thing what Scat Pack's talking about the mud floods and the covering up of historical evidence about a different society. We're seeing it right here in front of our face, the things that's been going on in the Middle East about getting rid of ancient sites, recovering artifacts and things like that. So all this is being kind of right there in front of us, as Anna said, harbingers again of what's getting ready to happen. We've seen this before. This is not the first time. This is not the first rodeo, but we just happen to be here at this time. So what else was it about? Listen there.
Okay, Tecumseh.
Oh yeah, guys. Another thing about this Atlas comet.
Yeah.
About 200 years ago, there was a curse placed on the United States by a Native American group of individual, and it's been standing on the United States for the past 200 years. That was the prophet, which was Tecumseh's brother. I cannot pronounce his name, but y'all can do the research on this. And he put a curse on the United States and the presidents thereof. And his name also starts, I can't remember, but I kind of call this asteroid Tecumseh's Revenge. Quizzicato. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And this is Tecumseh's Revenge, guys. John Tazrak, he follows Mike from around the world, and he puts out a lot of information, excerpts from him. And he was talking about, guys, what's going on just inside of our solar system and everything with all these planets ever since supposedly Atlas, showed up. Well, actually for the last several years. So all of our planets inside the solar system has been going through some changes, even reversal of their jet streams, if you will. The red spots and the blue spots, or the eyes on the Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune, has changed places or changed colors or gone completely away. Just all kinds of guys. Y'all can look it up and everything yourself, and it's pretty bizarre. But we have interference, something coming in. Anna's going to give you all a link here. It's a channel called Turkey UFO Report, and I'm going to ask you guys, just go over there and start checking this person's information out about what's going on in the sky. They do some amazing work without telling you what to think. So I want to tell you guys, go check them out. It's really interesting, and it might make a believer out of you what's going on in the sky.
There you go. There's the one.
Right there, Anna got it for me. Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
Let me catch up on the comments here, guys.
Oops. Damn, I don't know who the hell was be it. Let me fucking get rid of that one. That's not here yet. We deleted that.
Welcome, everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on about Tennessee guys and everything like that. And I hate it for these guys. I'm devastated over things, guys. Like I told you before, I know I've been in a lot of these homes, these people's homes that have been washed away. These people that have died, I've known them. I shook their hands. I've sat down at their table with these people, guys, and it's kind of difficult. So just think about this, guys. This could happen anywhere. I'm already, where we live at here, we're high, got a little bit higher elevation than where the water level is. But guys, these people were too. They were a lot above the water level. I reported, Anna's going again, was that one about the mudslide?
Yes.
If you would post that one.
Okay, I did.
Did you?
Let me do it again.
Oh, okay.
About the body count?
No, about that guy that went up
right.
the drone.
Yes, let me
Yeah.
get it.
There's a guy that went up the trail where all this started, guys, in North Carolina. And it was a sudden release, is what it's shown, of a mud field or mud slide that come off the top of the mountain, guys, right at the very top. And from the video that he showed, of course, Mark Honeycutt's his name, yes. From the video he was showing, guys, I'm going to tell you right here now, there's no doubt in my mind that this was purposely done. Every bit of this. So, there's scars on the side of this mountain. Guys, these mountains have been stable for 1,000 years, but this rain, all of a sudden, this whole side of this mountain let loose, and it looks like something just carved out a hole in it and just pushed it on down. And it's crazy, guys. It's really crazy. Another thing about these FEMA camps that sit up there, guys, I keep going about that. They're real near where these deposits of lithium and other things is. And again, there's no FEMA workers there, but there's plenty of private contractors, military, and other paramilitary groups that's in there doing things. I caught a video today of somebody with some red hats, red knit watch caps is what they call them, toboggans or whatever you call them, going around and surveying people, talking to people. And I don't know who these people are. I've never seen this kind of symbol on their head and everything like that. So there's a lot of organizations over there. A lot of them are trying to help, but there are some of them that's not there for anybody's benefit except the corporations. All right, and I'll go ahead and say it. It is a corporate murder that's going on there. And that might be the reason we've been having so much problem with our computers and our phones and everything here in the last couple of weeks, is because I'm calling it out, guys. This is United States and corporate murder. And there's no doubt about it. United States sponsored corporate murder. All right, plain and simple. It ain't got so much about magma. I wish everybody quit trying to make it political, because it's not. It's not nothing to do with political. And I want to tell you all this, and I've told other people before. What's going on now with the political scene? What we're seeing right now with the Laughing Hyena and Mr. Orange Hair is the same thing that happened in 2016. They're giving to somebody that's so ridiculous that nobody will want to vote for this one particular person because they're an idiot. It's obvious they're stupid. Okay? Y'all understand that. I'm not going to point fingers and call names, but it's the same thing that happened in 2016 with one candidate, Mr. Orange Hair, and another one that was an idiot. Okay, we had the same thing going on. The obvious choice, of course, again, is Mr. Orange Hair. Mr. Orange Hair and the Joker. That's right. If y'all take the picture of the Joker and hold it up next to Camel Toe, you'd see a similarity. just saying. It is election, and I want to go ahead and reference this again. I referenced it before. The Batman movie from 2022 featured in all kinds of stuff is a kind of thing, but the main thing I got out of it, guys, was two candidates running for the office of mayor or whatever of the Gotham City. Y'all can read into it and everything like that. There's a male and female. Okay, the female was of a minority skin color. The male was of a whitish Caucasian looking person. So read into it what you want to. Okay, so in the movie, a lot of chaos happened, a lot of stuff happened, but the main thing happened right before, the day before the election. Both candidates were dead. Both candidates got killed, so they had no candidate to vote for. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention to what's going on. We already heard about this, that, and the other about going on with Mr. Orange Hair. But we also have not heard so much about what's going on with the Joker. Another thing I thought was kind of similar, if you look at Camel Toe's face structure, and you go out and get you a picture of Baphomet and kind of hold them side by side, you'll kind of see a little similarity also. Just my observation. Hi, Paula. Another thing is, guys, about this Camel Toe is, y'all know that Baphomet is a homage or a collage of several deities into one. It's not just one deity, guys, and I want y'all to put that together. It's like a combination, a collage of several ones put together. And compare that to Camel Toe. Where else was that one?
Let's see. Alright, I put the link to the Batman.
Okay.
I put the wiki, okay. And
oh, okay.
Okay, and then we did the body cam. I did that, but I told him that's a Facebook account.
Okay.
We did this, and then we did this. We did Honeycut. We didn't talk about the early winter yet.
Okay.
But
didn't talk about the mysteries in the Middle East. Okay. I want, again, since we're doing a little bit of biblical theme, I guess, tonight. Years ago, guys, there's something that happened in Saudi Arabia. There's a big event and everything. A lot of people got killed. And an artifact was taken from Saudi Arabia and taken to Russia. I mean, not to Russia, but to Antarctica. And a lot of the world figures, government and religious, as well as other figures, went to Antarctica shortly after this. Okay. Out of the blue, guys, I don't know why I got this message or started paying attention to this, but I had said, Scat Pack, you might remember, I started calling this the artifact or the Ark of Gabriel. And I said they already had the Ark of the Covenant. We've all seen the movies and hints and everything that the Ark of Gabriel, Ark of Covenant was already been found. And I said what they found in Saudi Arabia that made all this hubbub and everything was the Ark of Gabriel. Well, there's a video called The Mysteries of the Middle East. It's a channel. And they talked about this. And they talked about somebody else had come up with the idea of calling this the Ark of Gabriel out of the blue somewhere else and everything like that. And you know, I never heard of this before. So it's just my own conclusion that I came up with. This is the Ark of Gabriel. And that they're still looking for the third artifact. The Ark of Noah, or Noah's Ark. And my contention is that Noah's Ark isn't exactly a boat. like we've been led to believe. That's what Noah and his family lived on during the time of the storms and everything. But why 26?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
That only she'll know. When the time comes. It's October.
October, it might be the time of, guys. I'm not. I don't like putting dates on anything, but everything we're seeing is leading up to something happening towards the end of the month before the election. So anyway, Noah lived on this boat that he made, his family and everything like that, and they brought the critters and things that they need to eat. They're gonna be on there for a while. So they never did really tell us how long Noah was on the boat, but they said it rained for 40 days, 40 nights. But he was on that boat for, wasn't it a couple of years or 3 years or something like that?
40 days.
Was it just 40 days?
40 days, 40 nights.
Okay.
Oh, well then no, he lived on afterwards.
Yeah, he lived on the boat for quite a while,
yes.
guys. So they brought what they needed to survive on. They didn't bring a bunch of damn animals, okay? I'm going to tell you this right here now. There's no way. What they had was a device, a storage cube, or something else, much like an Ark of the Covenant or the Ark of Gabriel, that stored the DNA or whatever, the life force or whatever you want to call it, of all these critters. They're not looking for the boat. They already found the damn boat on the side of the mountain. They're looking for what the boat carried to complete the trilogy of the three artifacts brought together, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. In all the movies we ever see about bringing these artifacts together, guys, there's always three pieces. So pay attention, pay attention. They're looking for the Ark of Noah, the device that held all the stuff. Cobblestone in, oh my gosh. It is DNA. You're right, Mr. Mission Control. Devil's Night. On All Saints Day.
The 30th is Devil's Night, Halloween's 31st, and All Saints Day is November 1st.
Okay. I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, guys, right there is that. What else was I talking about?
Okay. Okay, you did talk about that. You did talk about Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, here it is. This goes back again, guys, to that why we need to really re-examine what we've been told. We've been told that humans died off before another species, humans, came in. We've been told that dinosaurs lived here, that people didn't live this.
Okay, I don't like dates, so that's fine.
What was that? Oh yeah, okay, guys. About all the damn things we've been told, it's been lies. You know, about dinosaurs and everything, when people were, when people weren't, and who lived when and who lived where. But guys, there is evidence that 7 different species of humans or hominids, you know, people that walked upright and used hands and shit and had hair and stuff like that, hominids, humanoids, walked on the earth at the same time. Not one species at a time, like we've been led to believe throughout all our educational system, but 7 different species human species lived together on Earth at the same time. And they ranged in height anywhere from around 30 inches tall to around 15, 18 feet tall. The taller ones were called Neanderthal. They were covered with thick, coarse hair, brown, reddish brown, black, or dark brown. They hunted humans and ate flesh, humanoid flesh. What do we see out there in the woods all over the place? Reports of these big, tall, 12-foot things covered in coarse, reddish brown, dark brown, black hair that eats human flesh or anything else they can get their hands on. We call them something else. Yes, these are Neanderthals. They're not Bigfoot. They are left over. They were hunted because Homo sapiens bred like rabbits. Okay? We conquered them by sheer numbers. We pushed them underground because of sheer numbers, but not because we was more powerful. We was a little bit smarter, but we pushed them in the ground. The same thing with these other hominid species. They might be some of them extinct, but humanoids, Homo sapiens, erectus, Homo sapiens sapiens, us, pushed these people out because we overbred ourselves and pushed these other species underground or even into extinction. So yeah, we do have these things around. We have pygmies, we have Neanderthals, and we have everything in between. So they've been lying to us, guys. They have been lying to us. You know, the conquistadors, when they landed on the coast of Spain, Mexico, when they went to conquer it, they was writing in their journals that the natives, the people that met them on shore, were riding dragons. 1500s. 1500s, guys. The people on the shore were riding dragons. So we've been lied to about a lot of this stuff. And it's about time we start paying attention. Really re-examining. And that's one of the things, it's the hardest thing for us to do, guys, is finally realize and wake up and realize that everything we have been told, everything we have learned, except 2 + 2, has been a lie. And you got to re-educate yourself. It's like trying to learn how to write with the opposite hand. It's difficult, but sooner or later you'll get the hang of it. So that's what we got to do. Is, we've been lied to. And everything is a lie. And the only truth is what you find out for yourself. You can't let someone else tell you what the truth is because they have their own truth to think about. I just had a thought and I forgot what it was. Give me a minute, guys. I'm having a brain fart. Well, they wrote the Bible. That's the thing, is it? There is a lot of truth in the Bible about things that happen. There is God and everything else like this. But they changed the book to suit their narrative.
That's true.
And we keep forgetting.
That's what happens when we get older. We forget.
What was I thinking? God, I'm sorry, I can't keep up with myself.
We were talking about the Neanderthals.
Yeah.
And the Homo sapiens. And fucking like rabbits.
That's not what I said. But, yes. Always have a bee.
Huh? What?
Mr. Mission Control, always have a bee or a buzz. Being.
Always have a buzz and...
Not sure what's going on at Mount Shasta. I haven't paid attention to it.
Maybe you'll remember.
You think this helps?
I try.
We've been lied to about everything. The one doesn't know. Shit. Well, yeah, there's a lot of these places in everywhere.
What's wrong, Papa?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, I'll hush. You are the only ones that know about this. Then you go live. Oh, guys, I really do
You
care.
ain't doing nothing wrong, Paula.
What's wrong, Paula? You haven't done anything wrong.
You're fine. I'm high. So that's why I can't keep on to. It's about the end of the month. Oh yeah, that's it right there, guys. Okay. One of the things, guys, that's going on, and a lot of people are not kind of paying attention to it. We might be aware of it, and a lot of us that has a couple miles on us remembers back in the '60s this musical, or early '70s musical. What was it?
Age of Aries.
Age of Aquarius.
Aquarius, yes.
I forgot the name of the musical and everything, but one of the songs was Age of Aquarius.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay. Well, pay attention to the zodiac signs, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going into this right now. I know it's kind of crazy, but every so many years, 2000, maybe that been hair. Thank you, hair. That's right.
And Jesus Christ Superstar.
And Jesus Christ Super. Yeah. Anyway, every 2,000 years ago or so, guys, one of the constellations dominate the sky. We are switching out. This is something that's supposed to start this phasing out of one era into another. It's supposed to start back in the 60s. And it was interrupted by a group of people that didn't want to lose control of the reign. We're coming out of the age of Aries, I think it is, and going into the age of Aquarius. And the age of Aquarius is about truth, enlightenment, opening up, everything being seen, and everything revealed. The age of Aries is about hidden things and secrets and dark and everything like that. Is it Pisces we're coming out of? Okay, I was wrong. But we're coming into the age of Aquarius where everything's supposed to be revealed, guys. Anytime a society or a group or even a planet goes through such a big change, it don't matter if you plan ahead for it or if you wait to the last minute, whatever, it hurts. Okay, stuff gets really, really messed up, much as like what we're seeing right now. It is one group, one age, one era, whatever you want to call it, trying to hold on control, knowing full well that no matter what they do, there is going to be a change. And no matter what kind of change you want, it's going, whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. And any change like this, guys, is painful, it's messy, and it's devastating. So there's nothing really we can do about it except try to fight off and try to keep the bastards from keeping a hold of what really they're supposed to let go of 40, 60 years ago during the time of Mr. Kennedy trying to form the new Camelot. If you put your mind to stop doing things like that, you can do that, Paula. Hats off to you for pulling back on it. It's really cool. It's really great. A lot of things we get used to doing. I don't want to call them habits, but we get used to doing things, and it's hard to stop doing that and everything. I've been trying to stop one thing or another, and it's really difficult. You're right, Scat Pack. All endings suck. They're painful, and guys, I'm not going to lie to you, they are bloody. They are deadly, and they are devastating. So don't think that this is not going to happen, because it will. And it is a power struggle going on. I've always said this on and on and on for the last 8 years, that what's going on is a power control struggle between one group and another. So, boom, there's that. I didn't say that.
What?
He said, yes, like sex. And I said, I didn't say that. So, no matter what we wish for, the prayers that we issue and everything, for everything, and well, all that other stuff, this burning incense and all this other stuff, guys, really, it's not going to stop what's going to happen from happening. The only thing we can do is hopefully find peace in our lives and the people around us, and hopefully it's not a horrific transition that everybody's going to have to go through, but it's going to happen. So there's no doubt about that at all. Just like that guy down in Florida, get your straps out and tie it down and hold on for the best and everything. During that hurricane,
Put them. It's going to change.
Yeah, things going to happen, guys, and it don't matter what. Now, a little bit about what's going on with Israel, which is a sore subject, I know, with a lot of people and everything. But what they're doing over there is nothing less than genocide, or not really genocide, guys. It's just all wholesale slaughter of anybody in their way. Okay, it's like a rabid dog or a gang of rabid dogs turned loose on the population, and nobody's doing anything about putting the rabid dogs down. That is there. And a lot of lies are being told from the coalition side about what is the truth. In fact, the Israel people or army is lying about these attacks, supposed attacks that's going on in their country from the Hezbollah. So they say all these drones are coming in and missing their targets and hitting empty sites, guys. Their drones are just as sophisticated, if not more sophisticated, than the ones that we are giving Israel to throw at them. They're better, in fact, in a lot of ways. So there's no way that these drones that they're sending over to Israel is missing their target. Israel is bombing themselves or setting up explosives or making false comments about what's going on to give them authority or reason, whatever you call it, for retaliation, making false flags, if you will, guys. We all know what false flags is. But Israel is practicing it on wholesale, just all out and everything. They're using CGI images, false narratives, and the whole 9 yards, guys. And it's coming out that anybody that's going to side with them is going to be up the creek without a paddle. Oh my gosh, in Milton, that's bad. That's bad down there. Yes, it is controlled. There's no way they can get a drone in there and get close to that, guys. And again, they're just using it as an excuse to continue on with their terroristic actions in the Middle East. And there's nothing short of what they're doing. It's just, I got a lot of things I can say about this group of people and their beliefs, but I don't think this is a platform or place for this, because I try to keep it open for all people to be able to express themselves freely without too much trouble. So, but I don't agree with what they're doing. I don't agree with their basic beliefs, and I really think that something really drastic and harsh should be done to put a stop to what they are doing. The stories about what's going on in Russia, about the North Koreans coming in, is true. But what they're not telling you guys, and we're not putting out on the news about these North Koreans that's coming over to help Russia fight against the Ukraine, NATO, U.S., European alliance, etc., etc., that's in Ukraine pushing back, is that a lot of these North Koreans are deserting and running across the line and escaping from the tyrannical force of North Korea. Yes, North Korea is suffering from a high desertion rate because of the 10,000 or so troops they sent to the front line in Ukraine. They just booked. They left. That's kind of funny, guys. Okay, I mean, but that's the truth, guys. They're deserting in record numbers after they're shipped to the front line in Ukraine Russian exercise. Yeah. And here's another statement that's come out. This is from one of the top leaders in the U.S. military strategy board, is that right now, because what had happened in Afghanistan with Russia, what's been going on with Russia since then, and now what's been going on with Russia and Ukraine, they are suffering, guys. Don't doubt about it that Russia's suffering on how much ammunition and weapons and things like that, or personnel they have. But like this guy said, they have made do with barely a little bit of nothing, basically, guys. They've been rednecking their way all the way through this. They have been making do with older stuff and whooping ass on several different countries that's been throwing everything they can at them. They've been kicking ass back. Russia has been doing training. That's why they have not gone all out. Everything they've been doing is training, more or less hardening their forces for what's getting ready to happen. All this and everything that's going on is the way they're looking at it. The military strategists of the United States and the Allied forces says they have been doing nothing. This is basically a training exercise for them. Okay, that's fine. So don't believe the narrative, guys. Don't believe what they're telling us. You got to dig around. Go look at alternative news sources and find out the real truth about what's going on. Pay attention, guys. That's all I keep saying. Read other information. Find out your own truth and everything. You can't rely on anybody else to tell you what's the truth. And I urge each and every one of you, everything I say, y'all can go out and check yourself. You can say I'm a liar, I'm a fool, I'm crazy, whatever. Or maybe I know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. It don't matter to me. I know what I think I know, and sometimes it changes. What was I getting ready to do here? Oh, yes, about what we've been talking about where Egypt was.
Oh, Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all heard that the Middle East, what they called Egypt and the Promised Land, is actually here on the North American continent? The American continent. How, Lottie? Don't know if y'all heard about that or not. So, but there's a lot of evidence that proposes to this. The tallest pyramids in the world is in Peru. Machu Picchu, guys. If y'all want to go and look at some of the pictures and everything, that's the tallest pyramid in the world in Peru. There's also structures around, not only there, but also in the United States, in the Grand Canyon, that looks like a sphinx. There's also all kinds of stuff in the Grand Canyon, guys. The United States could possibly be the Promised Land, as they said, or ancient Egypt, where ancient Egypt was. Hey, Rage, what's up? You're true about that, Mr. Mission Control. So, there's a lot of evidence, guys. There's even one guy come out and talked about the Red Sea was there at the Baja Peninsula in California. Y'all know land has changed and everything like that. So there's a possibility that could have been the Red Sea. Land used to be connected a lot more than what it is. Even right now, guys, we're seeing a lot of changes. I can't show you to you on the map right here. But guys, when I was growing up, and I was talking about it earlier. Me and Anna was talking about it earlier. The Florida Keys come down off of Florida and kind of went trailing down a little bit, curved a little bit towards Cuba. If y'all remember, it come down. I can't show you it on the map over here. I'm gonna get to that map in a minute. But it come down and curved around and showed a little bit now. But if you look at current maps, also Bahamas kind of seemed like they was somewhere else too, and Cuba was kind of not quite where they have it now. If y'all look at current maps, the Florida Keys now come down off Florida don't trail down like this. They go off to the side. Cuba's over here, and the Bahamas is damn near on the coast of Cuba, is what it seems like. So we have land masses moving, guys. There's no doubt about it. In ancient times, our land masses used to be a lot closer and combined and everything. But Egypt, there's a lot of evidence now that points that Egypt and everything was here in the American continent. And that would explain what a lot of this stuff that's been going on around the world and everywhere else, but where else? Here would be going on, because this is the promised land. Where was the Garden of Eden? In the promised land. Where is the promised land? In the United States, in the American continent. Kind of start paying attention. That's my look on it. And Anna and I have been talking about this and looking up stuff, not really looking at stuff, but having things fall in our lap that just proves that this was the truth. Another thing that pops up in my mind, guys, about all this ancient landmass and everything, we all heard about Atlantis. And we heard that Atlantis disappeared under the water, right? And nobody's been able to find it ever since. We've had people say it's here in Greece, and over in Australia, Antarctica, who knows where all. Everybody said, I even thought it might be off the coast of Australia, guys. I even looked into that and everything. But we don't know, right? Nobody knows really, or publicly, as far as we know, nobody really knows where Atlantis was or is. But here's the thing, guys. We got radar technology. We got LiDAR, ground searching satellites. We got submarines that goes under the water. I forget how far down. They have radar that can scan the surface of the ground, and they've been all over the world. People says we have not covered the ocean. That only 5% or 15% of the ocean has been discovered. They're full of shit. We've got the technology, guys, that could see in through your roof, through your basement, to see you sitting there watching TV or whatever, guys. So don't tell me they can't see what's underground. We've already seen this with this LiDAR and other technology. They can see ancient structures underground. That's how they've been uncovering some of these things in Peru and other places, guys. It's through this LiDAR technology and this ground searching imaging. So they have also used this underwater. So don't tell me they don't know where Atlantis is. Don't tell me they have not found out. Don't tell me it's underwater, because I don't believe that anymore. I think they know exactly where Atlantis is, if it was real, and they already been there. It's now in Antarctica. That is something else going on there. That's what they tell us, Mr. Mission Control. They can only go down so far. But we know better than that. We know better than that. Yes, they have the quantum cartography. They got AI that can figure out where things are, what things are underground. So guys, don't tell me that they don't know where this stuff is. They do. If it really existed, okay? Oh, speaking of the maps, guys, y'all can see them back here behind me. On my left, I have a map of the United States. And on my right, I have a map of the world. At one time, I used to put up markers for everybody that wanted to have a marker on my map, and I put their name, the screen name, or whatever, or even location city, whatever for them. And I put a little pin dot mark on here. Scat, Pack, you remember me doing that. So me and Anna talked about it. We might like start doing that and everything like that. And maybe here, not tonight, but here shortly, we might start doing this, bringing out the little pin markers and start putting the names and locations, whatever, and putting these pin markers on here for everybody. And that's kind of how we built our community once before and everything. That really worked good. And I like that. So, you know, we talked about doing this. I found my old pins. So we might start doing this and everything like that again. I kind of like that. It was a really cool thing. Anything else that I can remember?
I don't know. Let me look back at the notes.
As I started talking, I can't remember.
Yeah,
So this is
we did
bad.
good.
I think
No, we did good.
Okay.
I think we caught all of them. Yeah. We'll talk about
What's
it.
up, Dean? I'm having a moment of silence because I forgot where I was.
And I think we caught everything except for early winter.
Oh yeah, yes. I guess y'all could tell now that we are going into an early winter, and for the most part, everybody should realize that it's going to be a bad one this year. Already in North Carolina, wasn't it Vermont?
Yeah, Vermont had its first.
Vermont, Iowa, Oregon, Washington are starting to get snow. Even Colorado's starting to show snow at the tops of the mountains and everything. So we are going to have a strong winter, guys. No doubt about it. It's coming in early. If a lot of people didn't get it and everything, noticed it and everything because it didn't affect, but we have gone into an early fall. It started kind of early. Some of our temperatures started changing. And I've been mentioning this every year for a while, guys. Our seasons have changed. They have shifted for whatever reason. Maybe our axis, our magnetic impulses, or magnetosphere, magnetic north, whatever, has changed. But guys, the seasons have altered. Our springs have started earlier. Our falls are starting earlier, etc., etc. And even our temperature changes going on. Well, yeah, I believe it there where you're at. Oh yeah, Mr. Mission Control, you've had some. Sometimes you're hard to hear on with your mic, so you might want to check, make sure you get that wee bit closer or whatever on your mic. We do watch, so no doubt about that. We do catch you. And Eric ain't here. We catch Eric every once in a while too, whenever he puts out anything. What's going on? Y'all see a lot of this stuff going on. Is that what's going on? Is coming from Tonga? We noticed this too the other day, yesterday or Thursday or Friday. A lot of cities around the United States had air quality warnings.
Yes.
And I was wondering where this was coming from, so Tonga might be it. But Aetna's and all the mothers guys have been spouting off like crazy. I know some of y'all keep track of them really good and everything like that. But guys, we've been having a lot of volcanoes throwing out dust and everything, and the air quality is really deteriorating because of that and other stuff too. And also because of the red oxide that's coming in from the Nemesis system and all the other crap that they're throwing down. All the above, right? If y'all go to that one channel, guys, and I really like what they put out because they don't really tell you to think anything. They just show you the evidence. Is this Turkey UFO report? They use filters and everything to show you what's in the sky. And
I'll put that back.
I think y'all would like to watch this. You can go back and catch some of their older videos for the past few weeks or months, whatever. And it's evident that we have a visitor. We have visitors, in fact. At one time we counted 7.
There's 9 coming in, but yeah,
Yeah, 7. of visitors in the sky at one time.
There you go.
So, if y'all want to see some of this, yeah, I'll catch you every morning. Well, I won't say we do every day, because sometimes we don't. Yeah, we was all crazy. That's right. And now, yeah. And because we sit back and go, we're still crazy, because we'd already seen all this. We already talked about this. We know. And I'm going to tell this right now. Oh, okay, guys, it pisses me off that all these younger flip-flops are coming on here and acting like they discovered something new and above all things, that they're the smartest people in the world. And we've been talking about this for 10 damn years or longer. And these people are just now coming away. So, oh my God, look what I found out about the Egypt, or the things in Grand Canyon. Dude. Anyway.
We knew this before they were born.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, if y'all noticed, I talked about the truth about the Cabbage Patch Kiddos. I can't come out and say the exact name, because I'd probably get yelled at and everything like that. But y'all remember the Cabbage Patch thingy, the craze that came out in the 80s? 81 was when they first introduced, and around 84 is when they took on a big craze across the nation, across the world and everything. And guys, even today, they're still going on and on and on. Believe it or not, these Cabbage Patch creatures are still being produced. They have passed hands several times to different producers and everything, but they're still being going out. The thing that is odd about this, y'all notice that each one of these had a different name, a birth date, etc., and a little bit of history and where they come from, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all have all seen this and everything like that. But one of the things I've been talking about, me and Adam's been talking about, is if you go and look at the people that was born in that same era, now hopefully I don't insult anybody or anything like that, but there's a whole generation right there, we call them the millennials, right, that kind of look a lot like these Cabbage Patch creatures. Before y'all jump up, start hollering and say anything, think about it a minute. The people born from around the early 80s on through about the early 90s kind of look the same. And then I want you to look at people, what they call the Gen Zs, especially male, these Gen Zs, and look at them in a broad picture, guys, and kind of see there's a lot of similarities. Okay? Now, these Cabbage Patch creatures, there's a theory going on, guys, that they were actually real. Believe it or not, and it kind of makes sense.
What did we watch? What movie did we watch?
It was, I can't remember which one it was, but it's about the Cabbage Patch thingies and how they actually were real people. And the reason I'm bringing this up, guys, is back in 2017, I came across a video, and I talked about it quite a bit, and I still talk about it now and then. It's about this guy, this company representative was being interviewed by one of the science people, magazines or web pages, whatever, about what they do. And the guy come out publicly and said, this was in 2015 or 2016 that the interview happened. He publicly said during this interview that, yes, we can clone people. In fact, we have been doing it for over 20 years. Over 20 years. And he said this in 2015. So if you back up 20 years, guys, that's in the 90s, early 90s, that they have been fully doing cloning since then. Openly said in an interview, guys, and I don't have the interview no more. I saw it and everything. I talked about it. But he openly said they have been doing cloning since early 90s. Now again, I ask you, go back and look at these people that were born in the early 80s. Okay. Early 80s, the 80s and the early 90s, guys, and look about the similarities. I'm not saying they went in here into a womb or whatever and injected and created a clone or put a clone in a woman's body or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But what if the natal vitamins, the treatments that the women went through with the vitamins, etc., inoculation stuff, actually was altering the DNA of the child inside of them? Take a serious look at this, guys, and think about it. There is a company that came out that had publicly said they had been doing it for over 20 years. We see a lot of similarities in the shape and facial structure, body shape even, of a lot of people. And we have to wonder. We have to really think about it. And we go back and look at the Cabbage Patch craze. And I want to bring something else up, guys. A lot of people remember the old black and white gangster movies. George C. Scott, Humphrey Bogart, and all these other guys. Y'all remember how Humphrey Bogart looks? Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. Some of you look up the picture and what Humphrey Bogart looked like. And you go around and look at a lot of the people in that era, the 40s, 50s, they looked a lot alike. So you go ahead another 10 years into the future from that date, from that era, and go to the late 50s, when a lot of your stars, music and Hollywood stars, looked quite a bit alike. I want to bring some to picture right now. Jerry Lee Lewis in the music field. Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Farron Young, Elvis Presley, George Jones. Maybe not George Jones, but you can see a lot of these guys looked alike, almost like they was brothers. Even the same color hair in a lot of them. So guys, how long have they been doing this?
Okay, we're good.
And I'm just telling you guys right now that there's a lot of evidence to promote that something in the treatment of the women, their vitamins, their prenatal care, and everything like that is helping create clones. Think about it, guys. Just think about it. Of course, we smoke really good weed, but but it does make sense, guys. I mean, if you start looking at it in generalized terms about how a lot of people look alike from these different generations. They've used makeup, but you can see a lot of the same look in these people's faces. NPCs, yeah. So, take a look around, guys. Start re-examining. Like I say, guys, you got to look at things outside of the box. You got to throw everything you ever learned out the picture except 2 + 2 = 4. And even that needs to be questioned because they're coming up and telling us that it equals 2.5 now. So,
We don't do those anymore.
yeah. We started.
Magic numbers.
Yeah, we started watching some of those new math videos on how they figure out the new math. And the only thing I can come up with is they have magic numbers. They just pull them out of the air. And just, I don't know. That's right. And, this goes into one of the things I've always said, like you remember this guy back. Guys, we got to quit playing their game. And there is no winning and losing in this, guys. Okay? And all this whole big thing and everything. And a lot of people want to talk about this side's right, this side's right. None of them's right, guys. The only way you really need to be don't be part of this, guys, is you need to check out completely. Is like you say, God, cut all the wires and lose all the connections with the world. Go live in a cave. You have to be completely shed of everything that comes from this world and relearn it. And that's the only way you can do it. If you can't win or lose in the game they play. The only way to win is to not play. And that's the only winning in this situation. And of course, the way they got us in the tether under wraps and everything, there's really no way to check out unless you want to go live in a cave and wear skins, if anything at all, and eat roots and bugs. Okay? So that's where we're at with that and everything, guys. They pushed us into a corner, and this is where we're at. And we got to deal with it. No real solution for everything, unless you just want to totally end it all, which most likely is going to happen anyway. We all hear about the big things coming in and everything like that. People don't talk a lot about this, guys, because we want to think that everything's forever and all that stuff like that. But it's not, in my opinion, guys. We were always raised and told us that heaven is forever and that's where we go, or some kind of beautiful, great afterlife, or even reincarnation. Other people are coming up with the same thing, guys, that I had to sing about a while back, and I talked to Anna about it and everything like that quite a bit, is that there's a force coming, guys. I don't know if you want to call it a force, energy, or an entity, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. But several more researchers and scientists and everything like that is talking about this. And it's a black mass. They don't know what else to call it except a black mass. It's not really a black hole, but they describe it basically as a black hole. But everything in its pathway is disappearing. It's eating planets up like they was potato chips. And for what they can tell, the stuff that's coming out from behind it is completely newly formed universe or multiverse or whatever. And this is going over everything. There is a new cycle starting, guys. A new beginning. That everything in my view of it, okay, I'm not going to say it's the truth because I don't know. We don't know the truth. But what I think, guys, everything's going to be wiped out. It's not only that we are going to end, everything is going to end. Heaven, hell, all the control systems, everything that's been on us forever. A new, completely new beginning. A new in the beginning. And that's what's going on, guys. Other researchers in the scientific field, I can't say it, people that does theories and stuff, the telescopes and everything, guys, they're all starting to talk, but not all of them, but several of them are starting to talk about this. Yes, there's parts of the universe, guys, that's disappearing, and they don't know where it's going. New things are happening, guys. Scary, well, no, but different, yes. So, that's the biggest thing, guys, that we got to, nothing is forever, and we're not forever. And that's one of the things we have a hard time of letting go is realizing that we're afraid that we won't be there, that we are ending. Yes and no. Energy never ends. You can't create energy, and you can't stop, or what is it? You cannot create energy. You can only alter it, move it around. But there's no beginning, no ending really to energy. It's always there, and it's always there. It's always going to be. So even in everything ends as we know it, our energy, our self, our who we are will always be there. It's a never-ending thing. Even this big giant planet eater that's coming through, going to eat everything up and everything like that, and poop out what's left over. Well, we will still be there. Our energy, our self that we are, that made up the whole everything, we will still be there. And we'll be still getting high.
Yeah, we're still getting high, but at a different place.
Yeah. So don't be afraid of what's coming, guys. That's the biggest thing. Everybody wants. A lot of people want to live in fear, and I see all these different places on here, YouTube channels, TikTok, Twitter, and everywhere else, guys. All these big scary titles, and oh my God, we're all gonna. Well, yeah, we're all gonna. Okay, that's inevitable. We don't have to be scared of it, guys. We just have to accept it and move with the change. Like the palm trees, guys. You know why palm trees don't snap off and get blown away during hurricanes or tornadoes as much as other trees? It's because they flex. They go with the flow. They bend and shape themselves and recover. Their roots don't come out of the ground, guys. You've seen these palm trees down in Florida and everything facing these 150-mile-an-hour winds. Yet we see pine trees and oak trees up here that gets a 60-mile-an-hour wind and falls the hell over. It's because they're rigid. They don't flex. They don't bend. And that's the way we got to be with things. You got to accept it, bend with it, flow with it, and then you come back.
Stay grounded.
Stay grounded. That's right, darling. That's right.
Roots.
Their roots are grounded.
Right.
We got to be grounded, and we got to be able to be flexible and flow with what's going on. That's about it.
Yeah, we covered it all.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Palm trees are like grass. That's right, Max. You just got to just kind of flow with it,
Yeah.
Let it move over you, like a duck. Water flows off the duck's back, and that's what we got to do. Oh, you got to show it off.
Gotta show my tattoo off.
And I got her tattoo. Guys, this is really cool. So I'm gonna let her get her up here and let her show it off and everything a little bit for her. Okay, I'll just get over here and let you get in here. Put your arm up in here.
I'll go there and wrap my arm
All
around
right.
you. I'll go on the
Okay.
outside. Wrap my arm around you. Well, okay. We're
Give
not
it a
gonna
minute. Okay. Well, okay, I'll just get the camera.
You just
Here we go. See if it shows up pretty good. She went ahead and got her duckette tattoo, guys. It's really cool. We sit there and I love it. I love it. Uh-oh, didn't show good? Oh, didn't show all
show
of
it all. Oh, just stay still. All right.
Here we go. So she got that. She put it up and everything. We took it down to the guy down here. He done a really good job with it. I'm really happy with it. And she's tickled to death. Uh-oh. See if that gets it right. So really got that going on. It's really cool and everything. I really love it. So guys, like I say, gotta be like the grass, the wheat in the field, the palm trees and on the coast. You gotta kind of bend with it and come back to your center, to your grounding, and pretty much everything be okay. Like water off the back of a duck. Just let it go on. Man has always survived, guys, no matter how many catastrophes has come our way since the very way back time. When we first was planted on this ground, we have not left. We have always come back, no matter what. It may not be in the same form as we are right now. Remember me talking about there's 7 different hominids, 7 different humanoids is on the planet at the same time, living amongst themselves at some kind of peace or harmony, somewhat. So, don't worry, guys. Our Homo sapiens, as they call us now, might kind of get it put on the back burner. We might get erased But Homo sapiens will continue on. We got to go through some changes. There's no doubt about it. The world's changing. We're seeing it with the animals. We're seeing it with the insects and the trees and the flowers and everything else, guys. There's no doubt. Even the water and everything like that. Everything's kind of changing. So there's no real stretch of the imagination needed to think that or know that we are going to be going through some changes also. Get ready. Prepare yourself. Ground yourself. Pray. Meditate. Whatever it is that you do. But get ready for it, guys. It's going to happen. Don't be afraid. We are forever. I hope y'all have a groovy night and a better day tomorrow. And again, guys, I'm going to say this. Keep the people that's going through these tragedies that's been going on across our country and across the world in your hearts. And if you pray for them or send out good vibrations for them. That's really good and everything. If you want to help any of these people that's going through the stuff, I suggest you look up local charities that's actually doing it. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. A lot of people won't say this, and everybody says, send supplies, send supplies. Guys, they got mountains of supplies, okay? They got mountains of supplies. What they don't have a lot of is monetary support. Plain and simple. They still got bills to pay. They still got other things they need to take care of besides just eating and sleeping. So keep that in mind, guys, if you want to help them or everything. And I always tell you this. Reach out and try to help somebody. It always comes back to you good. If you ignore helping somebody, you know how it goes and everything. Help somebody because it helps you. Because it's the right thing, but also because it helps you. And when you feel good, everybody else feels good around you. Y'all know that. Hope y'all have a groovy night and a better day tomorrow. We'll talk again. Later, taters.